Now is the 9th of September 2011. This is the second night we are speaking on the Therigatha. Tonight we come to verse 224 by Upalavana. Both of us, mother and daughter, were co-wives. Of me there was religious excitement, amazing, hair-raising. 225. Woe upon sensual pleasures, impure, evil-smelling, with many troubles, wherein we, mother and daughter, were co-wives. 226. Having seen the peril in sensual pleasures, and seeing renunciation of the world as firm security, I went forth at Rajagaha from the home to the homeless state. 227. I know that I have lived before. The Deva I has been purified, and there is knowledge of the state of mind of others. The ear element has been purified. 228. Psychic power too has been realized by me. I have attained the annihilation of the asavas. These 6 supernormal knowledges have been realized by me. The Buddha's teaching has been done. 229. Having fashioned a 4-horse chariot by supernormal power, having paid homage to the Buddha's feet, the glorious protector of the world, I stood on one side. Then this is Mara talking to this Upalavana, probably in the forest. Going up to a tree with well-flowered top, you stand there alone at the foot of the tree. You have not even any companion. O child, are you not afraid of rogues? And she said, 231. Even if 100,000 rogues like you were to come together, I should not move a hair's breadth. I should not even shake. What will you alone do to me, Mara? 232. I shall disappear, or I shall enter into your belly. I shall stand between your eyebrows. You will not see me standing there. 233. I have mastery over my mind. The basis of supernormal power have been well developed. The 6 supernormal knowledges have been realized by me. The Buddha's teaching has been done. 234. Sensual pleasures are like swords and stakes. The elements of existence are a chopping block for them. What you call delight in sensual pleasures is now non-delight for me. 235. Everywhere enjoyment of pleasure is defeated. The mass of darkness is torn asunder. Thus know, evil one, you are defeated and maker. We come to a group of 16 verses. Punika 236. I am a water carrier. Even in the cold, I have always gone down to the water, terrified by fear of punishment from noble ladies, harassed by fear of abuse and displeasure. And this nun said to her, 237, afraid of what, O Brahmin? Have you always gone down to the cold water? With trembling limbs you experience very great cold. 238. But already knowing the answer, Lady Punika, you ask one who is doing good action and blocking off evil action. And Punika said, 239, whoever, whether young or old, does an evil action, even he is released from his evil action by ablution in water. Submerging oneself in water and cleaning. And the nun said, 240, who indeed told you this, ignorant of the ignorant? Truly he is released from his evil action by ablution in water. 241. Now if this is so, all frogs and turtles will go to heaven, and alligators and crocodiles and other water dwellers. 242. Sheep butchers, pork butchers, fishermen, animal trappers, thieves and executioners, and other evil doers, even they will be released from their evil action by ablution in water. 243. If these streams carried away for you the evil previously done, they would carry away your merit too. Thereby you would be outside or devoid of both. 244. Do not do the very thing, O Brahmin, of which being afraid you have always gone down to the water. O Brahmin, do not let the cold strike your skin. Then this Punika was a Brahmin lady, but a poor one. She was like a servant. And then Punika said, 245, "Noble lady, you have brought me, entered upon the wrong way, back into the noble way. I give you this water ablution robe." And the nun said, 246, "Let the robe be yours only. I do not want the robe. If you are afraid of pain, if pain is unpleasant for you, do not do an evil action, either openly or in secret. But if you do, or will do an evil action, there is no release from pain for you, even if flying up and running away. If you are afraid of pain, if pain is unpleasant for you, go to the Venerable Buddha as a refuge, to the Dhamma and to the Sangha. Undertake the rules of virtuous conduct. That will be to your advantage." And Punika said, 250, "I go to the Venerable Buddha as a refuge, to the Dhamma and to the Sangha. I undertake the rules of virtuous conduct. That will be to my advantage." 251. "Formerly I was a kinsman of Brahma. Today I am truly a Brahmana. I possess the triple knowledge. I am endowed with knowledge, and I am versed in sacred law, and I am washed clean." This is interesting here. The nun scolded her. "Who told you this? Ignorant of the ignorant. By cleaning yourself with water, you can wash away your evil sins. If that is so, all the frogs and turtles will go to heaven, and alligators and crocodiles and other water dwellers." Just like some people, they think by doing certain things, like just taking vegetarian food, is so meritorious they can go to heaven. So in the same way, then if that is so, then all the buffaloes and the goats and all that will go to heaven. So it's not that we're trying to talk bad of vegetarianism, but the simile occurs to me. It's quite similar here. Group of 20 verses, Amba Pali, 252. This is very interesting. You listen to these verses, extremely interesting. Amba Pali was a former courtesan, high-class prostitute, and she was very much sought after. 252. "My hair was black, like the color of bees, with curly ends. Because of old age, it is like bark fibers of hemp. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 253. "Full of flowers, my head was fragrant like a perfume box. Now because of old age, it smells like dog's fur. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 254. "Thick was my hair as a well-planted grove, made beautiful, having the ends parted by comb and pin. Because of old age, it is thin here and there. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 255. "Possessing fine pins, decorated with gold, adorned with plates, it looked beautiful. Because of old age, that head has been made bald. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 256. "Formerly my eyebrows looked beautiful, like crescents well painted by artists. Because of old age, they droop down with wrinkles. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 257. "My eyes were shining, very brilliant like jewels, very black and long. Overwhelmed by old age, they do not look beautiful. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 258. "In the bloom of my youth, my nose looked beautiful like a delicate peak. Because of old age, it is like a flower spike of long pepper. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 259. "My earlobes look beautiful, like well-fashioned and well-finished bracelets. Because of old age, they droop down with wrinkles. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 260. "Formerly my teeth looked beautiful, like the color of the bud of the plantain or banana plant. Because of old age, they are broken indeed and yellow. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth." 261. Sweet was my warbling, like a cuckoo wandering in the grove in the jungle thicket. Because of old age, it has faltered here and there. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 262. Formerly my neck looked beautiful, like a well-rubbed, delicate conch shell. Because of old age, it is broken and bowed down. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of the truth. 263. Formerly both my arms looked beautiful, like round crossbars. Because of old age, they are weak as the patali tree. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 264. Formerly my hands looked beautiful, possessing delicate signet rings, decorated with gold. Because of old age, they are like onions and radishes. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 265. Formerly both my breasts looked beautiful, swelling, round, close together, lofty. Now they hang like a waterless water bags. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 266. Formerly my body looked beautiful, like a well-polished sheet of gold. Now it is covered with very fine wrinkles. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 267. Formerly both my thighs looked beautiful, like an elephant's trunk. Because of old age, they are like stalks of bamboo. Not otherwise is the speaker of truth. 268. Formerly my calves looked beautiful, possessing delicate anklets, decorated with gold. Because of old age, they are like sticks of sesame. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 269. Formerly both my feet looked beautiful, like shoes full of cotton wool. Because of old age, they are cracked and wrinkled. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. 270. Such was this body. Now it is decrepit, the abode of many pains, an old home with its plaster fallen off. Not otherwise is the utterance of the speaker of truth. So nice. All of us, when we are young, we look so beautiful, but when we grow old, we look so ugly. That is nature. But it's interesting here, she doesn't mention that she attained enlightenment. So she may not have attained enlightenment. Because these are verses of the theories, and theories means elder nuns. It doesn't really mean arahants. Most of them are arahants. You think of it, when she was in her younger days, she was the most beautiful girl around. Now she's so ugly. And all of us will end up like that. Rohini, 271. Lady, you fell asleep saying ascetics. You wake up saying ascetics. You praise only ascetics or samanas. Assuredly you will be an ascetic. 272. You bestow much food and drink upon ascetics. Rohini, now I ask you, why are ascetics dear to you? 273. Not dutiful, lazy, living on what is given by others, full of expectation, desirous of sweet things. Why are ascetics dear to you? This one is a father asking the daughter, why you so venerate these samanas, these monks or ascetics? And she replied, 274, truly for a long time you have been questioning me about ascetics, father. I shall praise to you their wisdom, virtuous conduct and effort. 275. They are dutiful, not lazy, doers of the best of actions. They abandon desire and hatred. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 276. They shake off the three roots of evil, doing pure actions. All their evil is eliminated. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 277. The body karma is pure. Their speech karma is likewise. Their mind karma is pure. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 278. They are spotless like mother of pearl, purified inside and out, full of good mental states. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 279. Having great learning, expert in the Dhamma, noble, living in accordance with the Dhamma, they teach the goal and the Dhamma. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 280. Having great learning, expert in the Dhamma, noble, living in accordance with the Dhamma, with intent minds, they are possessed of mindfulness. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 281. Traveling far, possessed of mindfulness, speaking in moderation, not conceited, they comprehend the end of pain. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 282. If they go from any village, they do not look back longingly at anything. They go without longing indeed. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 283. They do not deposit their property in a storeroom, nor in a pot, nor in a basket, rather seeking that which is cooked. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 284. They do not take gold, coin or uncoined, or silver. They live by means of whatever turns up. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. 285. Those who have gone forth are of various families and from various countries. Nevertheless, they are friendly to one another. Therefore, ascetics are dear to me. And the father said, 286, Truly for our sake, lady, you were born in our family, Rohini. You have faith in the Buddha and the Dhamma and keen reverence for the Sangha. 287. You indeed comprehend this unsurpassed field of merit. These ascetics will receive our gift too. For here an extensive sacrifice will be set up for us. And Rohini said, 288. If you are afraid of pain, if pain is unpleasant to you, go to the Venerable Buddha as a refuge, to the Dhamma and to the Sangha. Undertake the rules of virtuous conduct. That will be to your advantage. And the father said, 289, I go to the Venerable Buddha as a refuge, to the Dhamma and to the Sangha. I undertake the rules of virtuous conduct. That will be to my advantage. And Rohini said, 290, Formerly I was a kinsman of Brahma. That means she was a Brahmin. Now I am truly a Brahmana. I possess the triple knowledge and am versed in the sacred law or knowledge, and have complete mastery of knowledge, and I am washed clean. The next one is Chapa. The first verse is spoken by this husband, Kala. 291. Formerly I carried a staff. Now I am a deer hunter. Because of craving, I have not been able to go from the terrible mire to the far shore. 292. Thinking me very enamored of her, Chapa has kept our son happy. Having cut Chapa's bond, I shall go forth again. So this husband called Kala, he wanted to renounce. And Chapa said, 293, Do not be angry with me, great hero. Do not be angry with me, great sage. For there is no purity for one overcome by anger. How much less is there austerity? And Kala said, 294, I shall go out from Nala. Who will live here at Nala? At Nala, women bind ascetics living in accordance with the Dhamma by means of their figures. And Chapa said, 295, Come, Kala, turn back, enjoy sensual pleasures as before. Both I shall be under your control, and also whatever relatives I have. And Kala said, 296, If indeed a fourth part of this were as you say, Chapa, truly that would be excellent for a man in love with you. And Chapa said, 297, O Kala, like a sprouting takari tree in flower on the crest of a mountain, like a flowering dalika creeper, like a patali tree in the middle of an island, with my body smeared with yellow sandalwood paste, wearing my best muslin garments, being beautiful, why do you go abandoning me? And Kala said, 299, Just as a fowler wishes to snare a bird, so do you by means of your charming figure. You will not fasten me. And Chapa said, 300, But this child fruit of mine, Kala, begotten by you, why do you go abandoning me, possessing this child? And Kala said, 301, Wise men leave their sons and their relatives and their wealth. Great heroes go forth like an elephant having broken his fastening. 302, Chapa says, Now I shall knock down to the ground on the spot this son of yours with stick or knife, Because of grief for your son, you will not go. And Kala said, 303, if you give our son to the jackals and dogs, he will not turn me back again for the child's sake, O wretched one. And Chapa said, 304, then fare you well now. Where will you go, Kala? To what village, town, city, or royal capital? And Kala said, 305, formerly we were leaders of groups, not ascetics, thinking ourselves ascetics. We wandered from village, to cities and royal capitals. But it will be different now. For the Blessed One, the Buddha, alongside the river Naranjara, has taught the Dhamma to living creatures for the abandonment of all pain. I shall go to his presence. He will be my teacher. And Chapa says, 307, you should utter my greeting now to the unsurpassed protector of the world. And having circumambulated him, you should dedicate my gift. And Kala said, 308, this indeed is proper for us, as you say, Chapa. Now I should utter your greeting to the unsurpassed protector of the world. And having circumambulated him, I shall dedicate your gift. And then Kala went out alongside the river Naranjara. He saw the enlightened one teaching the state of the undying, pain, the uprising of pain, and the overcoming of pain, the noble eightfold path leading to the stilling of pain. Having saluted his feet, having circumambulated him, having dedicated the gift from Chapa, he went forth into the homeless state. The three knowledges have been obtained. The Buddha's teaching has been done. Surprising, this verses is mostly on the Kala rather than on Chapa. It's the Kala that renounced. It's the man that renounced, not the woman. Okay, the next one is on Sundari. 312. This first one, 312, is spoken by the Brahmin Sujata. And I think she was talking to her wife, Vaseti. He said, lady, formerly when causing to be eaten your sons who had passed away, you mourn excessively day and night. Today, having caused 7 children in all to be eaten, O Brahmin lady Vaseti, why do you not mourn greatly? This one maybe all the 7 children died. And then Vaseti replied, 314, many hundreds of sons and hundreds of groups of relatives of mine and of yours have been caused to be eaten in the past, Brahmin. I, knowing the escape from birth and death, now do not grieve or lament, nor do I mourn. So she has understood the Dhamma, so even the relatives passed away, or her son, she doesn't mourn anymore. And then the Brahmin Sujata said, 316, such a truly amazing utterance you speak, Vaseti. Knowing whose doctrine do you speak such a word? And Vaseti replied, that enlightened one, O Brahmin, near the city of Mithila, has taught the Dhamma to living creatures for the abandonment of all pain. I, Brahmin, having heard that Arahant's Dhamma without basis for rebirth, knowing the true Dhamma there, have thrust away grief for my sons. And then this Brahmin Sujata said, I too shall go near the city of Mithila. Perhaps that Blessed One may release me from all pain. The Brahmin saw the Buddha completely released without basis for rebirth. The sage who has reached the far shore of pain taught him the Dhamma. Pain, the uprising of pain and the overcoming of pain, the noble eightfold path leading to the stilling of pain. Knowing the true Dhamma there, he found pleasure in going forth. After 3 nights, the Brahmin Sujata attained the 3 knowledges. And he told his driver, the charioteer, come, charioteer, go, take back this chariot, bid the Brahmin lady good health, and say, the Brahmin has now gone forth. After 3 nights, Sujata has attained the 3 knowledges. And then taking the chariot and the 1,000 pieces, should be of money, 2. The charioteer bade the Brahmin lady good health and said, the Brahmin has now gone forth. After 3 nights, Sujata has attained the 3 knowledges. And then the lady, Vaseti, said, 325, having heard that the Brahmin has the triple knowledge, I give you this horse and chariot and 1,000 pieces too, a full bowl, as a present made to anyone who brings good news. And the driver said, 326, may the horse and chariot and the 1,000 pieces too be yours, Brahmin lady. I too shall go forth in the presence of the one of excellent wisdom. So even the driver also wants to renounce. And he said, abandoning elephants, cows and horses, jewels and rings, this rich domestic wealth, your father has gone forth. Enjoy enjoyment, Sundari. You are the heir in the family. So now he's talking to the daughter of this Brahmin, Sujata. Her name is Sundari. And Sundari said, so all the wealth goes to the only child, I think, Sundari. And Sundari said, 328, abandoning elephants, cows and horses, jewels and rings, and this delightful domestic wealth, my father has gone forth, afflicted by grief for his son. I too shall go forth, afflicted by grief for my brother. And the driver said, may the intention of yours which you seek prosper, Sundari. Leftover scraps and gleanings as food, and a rag from a dust heap as a robe. These are sufficient. You will be without asavas in the next world. And Sundari said, this one Sundari must be talking to the nun. Noble lady, the Deva I is purified as I undergo training. I know my former lives, where I lived before. Relying on you, O lovely one, O beauty of the Sangha of theories, the three knowledges have been obtained. The Buddha's teaching has been done. Allow me, noble lady, I wish to go to Savatthi. I shall roar, alliance roar, in the presence of the excellent Buddha. So this Sundari, after going forth, she trained under this Arahan nun who was extremely beautiful. Could be Upalavana or Kema, the two chief nuns. And the nun said to her, Sundari, see the teacher, golden colored, with golden skin, the tamer of the untamed, the enlightened one, who has no fear from any quarter. And then she went to see the Buddha, and the Buddha said, see Sundari coming, completely released, without basis for rebirth, rid of desire, unfettered, her task done, without asavas. And Sundari said, having gone out from Varanasi, having come into your presence, your disciple Sundari pays homage to your feet, great hero. You are the Buddha, you are the teacher. I am your daughter, Brahmana, your true child, born from your mouth, my task done without asavas. And the Buddha said, then welcome to you, good lady. Not unwelcome are you, for thus the tame come, paying homage to the Master's feet, rid of desire, unfettered, the task done without asavas. The next one is Suba, the smith's daughter, the blacksmith's daughter. 338. I was young, with clean clothes, when previously I heard the Dhamma. There was comprehension of the four truths for me, vigilant. 339. Then I attained great non-delight in all sensual pleasures, seeing fear in identity, Sakaya. I long only for renunciation of the world. 340. Having left the group of relatives, slaves and servants, the rich fields and villages, and delightful and pleasant possessions, I went forth, abandoning no small wealth. 341. Thus having renounced the world in faith, the true Dhamma having been well preached, it would not be fitting for me, having laid aside gold and silver, to take them back again, for I desire nothing. 342. Silver and gold are not conducive to enlightenment or peace. This is not proper for ascetics. This is not the wealth of the noble ones. 343. This is being greedy and intoxication, stupefaction, increase of defilement, full of suspicions and with many troubles. There is here no permanent stability. 344. Many men who are infatuated with this and careless, with defiled minds, being obstructed one by another, make a quarrel, slaughter, bonds, calamity, loss, grief and lamentation. Much misfortune is seen of those who have fallen into sensual pleasures. O relatives, why do you, like enemies, urge me on towards sensual pleasures? You know that I have gone forth, seeing fear in sensual pleasures. 347. The asavas do not diminish because of gold, coin or uncoined. Sensual pleasures are enemies, murderous, hostile, binding with ropes. 348. O relatives, why do you, like enemies, urge me on towards sensual pleasures? You know that I have gone forth with shaven head, clad in the outer robe. 349. Leftover scraps and gleanings as food, and a rag from a dust heap as a robe. This indeed is proper for me, the basic essentials for a homeless one. 350. Sensual pleasures, those which are divine and those which are human, have been rejected by the great seers. They are completely released in the place of security. They have arrived at unshakable happiness. 351. May I not meet again with sensual pleasures, in which no refuge is found. Sensual pleasures are enemies, murderous, like a mass of fire, painful. 352. Greed is an obstacle, full of fear, full of annoyance, full of thorns, and is very disagreeable. It is a great cause of stupefaction. 353. Sensual pleasures are like a frightful attack, like a snake's head, which fools delight in, blind ordinary individuals. 354. For people are attached to the mud of sensual pleasures. Many in the world are ignorant. They do not know the end of birth and death. 355. Because of sensual pleasures, men enter very much upon the way which goes to a bad destination, bringing disease to themselves. 356. Thus, sensual pleasures are enemy-producing, burning, defiling, the lures of the world, constraining, the bonds of death. 357. Sensual pleasures are maddening, deceiving, agitating the mind, a net spread out by Mara for the defilement of creatures. 358. Sensual pleasures have endless perils, they have much pain, they are great poisons, they give little enjoyment, they cause conflict, drying up the good party. 359. I, having caused such misfortune because of sensual pleasures, shall not return to them again, always delighting in quenching. 360. Having been in conflict with sensual pleasures, being desirous of the cool state, I shall dwell vigilant in the annihilation of their fetters. 361. I shall follow that griefless, stainless, secure, eightfold straight path by which the great seers have crossed. 362. See this Subha, the smith's daughter, standing firm in the Dhamma. Having entered the immovable state, she meditates at the foot of a tree. 363. Today is the eighth day. She went forth full of faith, beautiful by reason of the true Dhamma, instructed by Upalavana, with triple knowledge, having left death behind. 364. This one is a freed slave, without debt, none with developed faculties, unfettered from all ties, her task done, without asavas. 365. Sakha, the Lord of beings, approaching by supernormal powers with a group of devas, reveres that Subha, the smith's daughter.